Breaking news, the Oscars are this Sunday and people are filled up with anticipation on who's going to win Best Picture, who's going to win Best Director, and who's going to win Best Actor or Actress. I'm Ricky Lopez doing what I do best on Flix. For this Flix episode, I'm going to be ditching the old format just for today to talk to you about the Oscar nominees and who I think is going to win. Here are the nominees. For performance by an actor in a leading role: Antonio Banderas in Pain and Glory, Leonardo DiCaprio in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix in Joker, and Jonathan Pryce in The Two Popes. For performance by an actor in a supporting role: Tom Hanks in A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, Anthony Hopkins in The Two Popes, Al Pacino in The Irishman, Joe Pesci in The Irishman, and Brad Pitt in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. For performance by an actress in a leading role, we have Cynthia Erivo in Harriet, Scarlett Johansson in Marriage Story, Saoirse Ronan in Little Woman, Charlize Theron in Bombshell, and Renee Zellweger in Judy. For performance by an actress in a supporting role, we've got Kathy Bates in Richard Jewell, Laura Dern in Marriage Story, Scarlett Johansson in Jojo Rabbit, Florence Pugh in Little Women, and Margot Robbie in Bombshell. Moving on down to Best Animated Feature, we've got How to Train Your Dragon 3, The Hidden World, I Lost My Body, Claws, Missing Link, and Toy Story 4. For achievement in cinematography, The Irishman, Joker, The Lighthouse, 1917, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. For Best Director, Martin Scorsese for The Irishman, Todd Phillips for Joker, Sam Mendes for 1917, Quentin Tarantino for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Bong Joon-ho for Parasite. And finally, for Best Picture, we've got Ford vs. Ferrari, The Irishman, Jojo Rabbit, Joker, Little Women, Marriage Story, 1917, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and Parasite. Now that we've gone through the nominees list, here's my personal pick. For Best Actress in a Leading Role, I think Scarlett Johansson should win for her role in Marriage Story. Her performance in Marriage Story was unlike anything we have ever seen. With Marriage Story, she was able to be somebody we could relate to. For Best Actor in a Leading Role, I think everybody can agree with me that it should be Joaquin Phoenix for Joker.
It's gonna be Adam Driver. He's gonna win it.
Pardon my co-director of Flix, Roman Tijerina. As much as I love Adam Driver in Marriage Story, Joaquin Phoenix put a lot of dedication into his role for Joker, and it was something that he was contemplating for many, many years. He always contemplated on if he should join a superhero film without getting into a multi-contract deal, as you see with the Marvel movies. Fortunately, he was able to sign on for a one-picture deal, and he blew it out of the water. He gave us a performance unlike any other. Did you even see Joker? Joaquin Phoenix, I mean, he lost nearly 15 pounds. With Adam Driver, he just has to cry. With Joaquin Phoenix, he actually had to laugh, cry, look happy, look sad, and he had to dance without any music going on in the background while they were filming.
Okay, true, but I know the Academy. That's the type of movie they love.
Okay, the problem is, though, with Adam Driver, when I see him in a movie, I still see Kylo Ren. Fine. My second choice would be Adam Driver, but my first choice, definitely Joaquin Phoenix. For Best Director, it is definitely a hard pick, but my personal choice, Quentin Tarantino. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is his 9th film. He's made 9 movies, guys, and he hasn't won Best Director or Best Picture for any of those movies, which is really just a ripoff because he is possibly one of the most influential directors of all time. And I think with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, he's finally made the picture that's going to get him Best Director. And then finally, for Best Picture, my prediction, I'm divided. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and Parasite.
Parasite.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is Tarantino's love letter to the golden age of Hollywood, and it did a phenomenal job at capturing the essence of what it was like in the late 60s of Hollywood. But Parasite was able to tackle a social dilemma that no film has been able to do up to date. Well, those are the nominations and my personal picks for the Oscars this year. If you want to know what the other categories are, simply watch the Oscars this Sunday at 5 p.m. on ABC. By the way, Flix will be moving to YouTube, so if you want to check out any of the Flix episodes that don't make it onto TigerTube, you can go to the Flix Productions channel on YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, leave a like, and I will see you guys next time with more Flix on Flix.
Catch.
Again, we're gonna take a time out while I go whack Roman.